Hello out there in amazing YouTube land and also some social media lands. Welcome to an all new video. This video we're going to be doing a horror pack unboxing for the month of July, and we're going to get right into what came in this awesome horror pack, and it's going to just be so much fun. So let's get right into it. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video or any of the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Rizzle, all those great places. Definitely check them out. I pretty much post on a regular basis there. As always, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all new video. So like I was saying before, we're going to be doing a horror pack unboxing for the month of July, and we're going to show you what exactly we got in this amazing horror pack. Now, if you're not familiar with what horror pack is, basically it's a monthly subscription service of horror films in either DVD or Blu-ray format, and sometimes they do through in 4Ks. For a really great low price that comes right to your door every month and is a variety of just great types of movies. I mean, it can be anything from, classics to new films to, 2000 films to B classics. And each pack always has a exclusive horror pack video as well that comes with it. That's a part of the 4 films that you get in the pack. And each horror pack exclusive usually is like a independent made film that, of course was either crowdfunded or is something that was like independently made, which is always really cool because sometimes those films can be really good, so that's something really cool. But let's get right into this horror pack. So, the first film that we got in this month's horror pack is a film that came out a couple years ago. I believe it was 2020 or 2021. I haven't watched this one yet. It was a one that I did see the trailer for, and I thought it looked really good, and it's something I wanted to see. So I'm glad that it came in this pack, which happens to be called Countdown. Yeah, Countdown. Yeah. So Countdown basically is a horror flick about a app that you can get on your cell phone that tells you exactly the day, the time, to the second to the hour that you will die. And basically the premise of the movie is this one girl, she downloads the app and finds out that she's only got supposedly 3 days to live, and she's got to figure out how to save herself, and that's pretty much what the movie is about. And this movie just looks really fun. It was directed by Justin Deck. I had never heard of that director before, so I'm really interested to see what he does. But it was executive produced by Sean Anders, who has directed a lot of big comedies and stuff like that. It stars Elizabeth Lail, Jordan Calloway, Talitha Bateman, Ticna Arnold, PJ Bryan, and Peter Facinelli. Most of these people I do not know. PJ Bryan I do. But none of these other actors I've heard of before. Maybe I might recognize them, but I might not know the name. But it just looks like a really fun film, and I'm really glad that it came in this month's horror pack, and I'm glad, I get to check it out. But a lot of good things about this film. It didn't do really well, but at the same time, I think a lot of people find it interesting and fun, so definitely something to check out. So the next film that came in this is the horror pack exclusive, and it is a film that just seems really interesting. It's another one I haven't watched yet, and it just sounds really fun and really interesting and very similar to like films like Creepshow and, anthology films like that, Trilogy of Terror and stuff like that. But it's all about this TV set that basically comes to life and like has crazy things going on it. So it looks kind of interesting, but it's called Dark Tales from Channel X. Yeah, Dark Channel from Channel X. Yeah, Dark Tales from Channel X. Yeah. So that's the cover. And then the back, it's pretty basic, nothing really big. But it's got an interesting thing. It says, basically it says, Stalkers presented by an enigmatic host known only as the viewer. Yeah, and then of course on the front there, if you didn't notice, it says Horror Pack Limited Edition down there. And then always on the side here, if you look, it shows that same thing, limited edition, and then whatever number it is. This is a limited edition number 73, so they've done 73 of these, which I think is interesting. Really cool. But yeah, I like I said, I haven't heard much about this film. It looks really interesting, looks really fun. Can't wait to watch it. I think the idea is really interesting. And overall, usually these films are pretty fun. They're really, the kind of like hokey dokey type of films that are, not very high production. But at the same time, they usually get a cult following, and usually they're just fun and no brainer type of films. So really looking forward to checking this out eventually. But yeah, this was brought to you by Mass Grave Pictures. It says, interesting. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, if you haven't seen Channel X, Dark Tales from Channel X, definitely check it out, people. I've heard that it's interesting. So the next film that I'll be talking about is actually a film I got to see back in March of 2020 in theaters. This movie was a really phenomenal remake that was just so enjoyable, so fun. Stars Elizabeth Moss, and is just a really great remake of a classic film from the 1930s that it really gave us a whole new aspect of what this character could have been. And this is, of course, the film called The Invisible Man. Yeah, The Invisible Man. Yeah. So this came in this July Horror Pack box, and it's just, like I said, a freaking fantastic film. Absolutely love this film. Leigh Whannell directed the crap out of it. He made such a great film. You might know Leigh Whannell as, of course, he directed a few of the Insidious films. He was the co-writer of a lot of the Saw films. He also starred in the first Saw film and briefly in the second Saw film. He plays the other inhabitant that's in the bathroom with Cary Elwes in the first film. And he wrote this and made the screen story and the screenplay for this, and just made such a great, amazing remake that was really enjoyable and all around just a really great film. The whole premise of the film, too, was really great. Basically, versus how the original is, we're just this kind of mad, crazy person that's invisible, terrorizing thing. They took it to a whole new level, giving it where Elizabeth Moss' character is the ex-girlfriend of the guy that invents the invisibility technology, and he pretends to die and then terrorizes her and trying to make her look like she's going insane, basically. And it's just a really great film. Elizabeth Moss was really great in it. I really enjoyed Storm Reed, Aldous Hodge. They all did really great. Michael Dorman was really great in the film. It just all around is a really fantastic film. If you haven't seen this yet, definitely check it out. A really amazing film and just really enjoyable. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a whirl, people. It's really worth the watch. Especially if you're a fan of the original Invisible Man, you'll really enjoy this one too, because it still has kind of like that kind of feel and aspect to it as well. But wait, keep an eye out till the end of this amazing little video. I'll be having a giveaway for this film, so keep an eye out. So that brings me to the fourth and final film that came in July's Horror Pack box. And that, of course, is a great, awesome film that had a lot of editing issues, but overall was a really awesome film that came out back in 1997 called Anaconda! Yeah, Anaconda! I love this movie. I didn't have it on Blu-ray yet, so I was very happy to see this come in this pack. I could finally upgrade to the Blu-ray. I absolutely love this film. Even though it has a lot of technical issues, it still is a really fantastic film. I mean, you got the gorgeous and beautiful Jennifer Lopez in it. You had Jon Voight. You had Eric Stoltz. You had Ice Cube. You had Owen Wilson. You had Jonathan Hyde in it. I mean, this movie had a really huge cast, and this was directed by Luis Llosa. And I don't think I've seen him direct anything else since this film. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong, but this is the only film I've seen him direct. But I actually saw this back in 1997 in theaters, and I remember coming out of the theaters going, I love this movie. But I definitely did recognize later on how there's a few scenes in the film where there's this really bad, editing that I wish they had fixed before they released it. But overall, it's just a really fantastic film. If you love, giant nature, creature, feature type of films, this is a film for you. And, I mean, basically that's what this is about. I mean, it's basically about them trying to film out in the Amazon. They end up coming across anacondas that are trying to kill them. They start killing off the people one by one. And Jon Voight is the bad guy pretty much besides the snake and trying to, capture the snake for money. And basically it's all hell breaks loose and it's about surviving, really, and getting out of the Amazon alive. and it's just a really fun film. I agree there with Roger Ebert for, when he quoted, he said, a slick, scary, funny creature feature. It definitely is. All around, a really fantastic film. If you have not seen Anaconda, definitely give it a try, people. It's worth a watch. It's really fun and really enjoyable, even with its flaws. So that's it for this unboxing, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And also, thank you for stopping on by. And if this is your first time here, or you have been before, don't check any older, newer videos you might not have seen mine yet. As always, people, I hope you enjoy. And like I said before, I'll be doing a amazing contest for a free copy of The Invisible Man. I already have this in my collection, so I don't need this copy. So I'm doing a free giveaway of it for any new followers, or I should say subscribers. And for those, basically all you got to do is you got to subscribe. That's number 1. 2, you got to send me a screenshot that you have subscribed. And 3, you must stay a subscriber. You cannot just subscribe and then try to enter and then, unfortunately not stay a subscriber, because I will be checking. And as long as you do those sort of things, you're entered in the contest, and you might win an amazing copy of The Invisible Man. So once that is concluded, that competition, it will go on for 2 weeks, and after that 2 weeks, middle September, I should say, I will be announcing the winner, and whoever that is, I'll let them know, and then they can tell me what their address is, and I'll send it off. So, first physical giveaway, people, here on the Cybernetic Sharks show. So, definitely, hopefully you have been watching this far. I'm looking forward to that. I eventually will have another amazing giveaway for the subscribers that have already been subscribers very shortly. So keep an eye out in future videos, shorts, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be definitely doing something like that. As always, people, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.